All right, all right. Happy Thursday, everybody. It is noon, so we are live here at Benzinga. Again, this is something new that we're trying. We are, I would say, the kings of written content. We focus on making things actionable. We make things short form. We make it really easy for people to access information, but we don't do a ton of video. And we've got our amazing pre-market show that runs from 8 to 9 a.m. But the people tell us that they want more, so we figured out, hey, why not just go live in the middle of the day? Let's throw some stock ideas. Let's talk some news. Let's talk to the chat. Let's talk to the users, and just get some more content flowing. So welcome everybody to our Thursday edition of our midday show. The story of the day and the story of this whole week really has been two things. One, we've got stimulus talk. There's been a couple updates on that front, but more or less the story remains the same, which is that everybody's saying that they want to get a deal done, but it's not happening, right? It seems the speculation that we're hearing from a lot of folks is, don't expect anything before the election. Everybody's messaging that they want to do something before the election. Nancy Pelosi says she wants to do something before the election. Donald Trump says he wants to do something before the election. Um, but the talk that we're hearing, the expectation that traders are telling us is that nothing's actually going to get done before the election. Everybody just wants to look good to their constituents. Um, so I mean that's one of the big stories of the week. The other thing that we've got going on is earnings. We are in the heart of earnings season. I'm pulling up my handy Benzinga Pro here. Let me give you guys a couple zooms so everything is nice and easy to see. I'm looking at our biggest stock movers of the day, and they are all earnings names. We've got Align Technology. We got that stock up about 31%. On a strong report. We got Sabre. That one's actually not earnings. That one's a deal with Google. But we've got a pretty earnings dominated market. And now that I'm starting to see a few people trickling in, welcome everybody. If you have any stocks you want us to take a look at, you want us to pull news on, to give opinions on, go ahead and let me know. I'm starting the day out here solo. We're going to be bringing Jason on. He is the CEO at Benzinga in just a little bit here. But I want to go ahead and hit you guys with the stock pick right away. This is a name that I just got into. I just entered this stock today. It's going to be one that we all recognize, Palantir Technologies. So, Palantir, when they filed to go public just recently, they did sort of it wasn't a traditional IPO, but they just recently became a public stock. It was one of the weirdest S1 filings that we had seen at the Benzinga news desk, in that it was like reading an FBI document. Like, there's so much redacted information. Top customers can't disclose. What exactly we do can't disclose. The company is basically a black box, but we have a decent idea as to how they operate. They are like the data center for predicting upcoming events. Like something crazy that they would do, overseas for the U.S. military, is they would leverage weather patterns to help identify and predict where IEDs are, right? Improvised explosive devices based on the weather. I mean, just crazy stuff like that. Um, there's a couple reasons why I think this stock is interesting. They had done pretty much exclusively defense work for a long time, and they just recently opened up to the private sector. And so for companies in the private sector who aren't great at analytics, and especially predictive analytics, AI, machine learning to help drive their businesses, Palantir is going to be a solution for them. And I think that's most companies out there aren't great at that kind of work, especially when you've got somebody like a Palantir who that's all that they do. So that's one reason, is that I think they've got massive revenue potential on opening up to private firms. And then something else that's interesting is they just got a deal today to help track COVID-19. That's I've got the 1 day chart here. You see this nice little run up that the stock's been having this morning. I got in somewhere along this run up. And the reason why there's a couple reasons why I think that makes the stock especially interesting now. Again, the long-term thesis is on they can get these private sector deals, but the COVID-19 news makes it interesting for two reasons for me. One is it makes this now a COVID stock. Right, we've seen so much popularity and so much money just flowing into all the stocks that are doing anything COVID related. A few of them have bust, but I mean, again, there's still so much energy and there's so much media around these stocks. There's chatter around these stocks, that sort of thing. So I love that they're now a COVID name. I think it helps to bring some investor awareness. I think it helps to bring some media attention, et cetera. And then two, it's a great application of what the company can do outside of defense, and it's a very public application of what they can do outside of defense. So again, the stock that I like right now is Palantir. As always, I always average into positions. I don't just go ahead and take a massive stake, right? I start building a position. Again, I've got a long-term thesis on this stock. I buy during weakness, and just start building up a position there. So there's the long thesis. I do want to talk about the downside a little bit. There are some risks at $10 a share. You're still buying this stock at 20 times revenue, and so I don't know. Let's take a look. Let's see the S&P 500 price to sales ratio. Let's see if we can't get a really easy answer. Okay, so the four S&P 500 companies on average, the stocks are trading at 2.5 times sales. So that means the market cap of the stock is 2.5 times what the annual revenue is. Right now you're buying Palantir, it's at 20 times sales. So there are absolutely valuation concerns, but that's my idea there. I want to do a click over to the comments. And guys, don't be shy. Feel free to drop thoughts into the comments. I'm doing a quick little run through. Yeah, we've got something about McConnell holding up stimulus. That's absolutely true. I mean, if there's one thing that Mitch McConnell is great at, maybe the best in the world at it, it's holding things up for better or the worse. We won't comment there. Nobody's got an opinion on Palantir. All right, that's fine. Throw me a plus sign or like a thumbs up or a thumbs down in the chat. If you like Palantir, if you like my thesis, throw me a thumbs up. Otherwise, throw me a thumbs down. All right, we see Mac. All right, he's got 1,000 shares of the stock. It looks like he averaged in just like I did. He bought, let's see, 500 on Monday, and then an additional 500 shares this morning. That's Thursday, so a couple of days apart. Oh, we have Marseille hopping in the chat. Marseille, what's up? Welcome, an old Zinger favorite. Always buy the dip. That's sort of like a slogan that we have at the Benzinga office. If you ever come and visit us, and everybody's welcome to come visit us, you will hear buy the dip. There might be an expletive somewhere in that buy the dip line of words. That's sort of like a running joke that we have. All right, we got Ju Zhang. He's saying that he's in Palantir as well. So and the ticker on that one is PLTR. That's let's see if I can do my abbreviations right. That's Papa Limo Tango Romeo. I think that's the NATO alphabet for that one. And let's take a look at some of these other stocks that are thrown in here. All right, I got a favorite of mine. I just saw fly in. That is Rocket Companies. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen again. Let me just find my little Zoom window here. And well, I'm looking for that. Let's talk about Rocket for a second. So Rocket is another new stock. This is, I guess, like today is the day where we are talking about new stocks. What they do right now is they do mortgage originations. As far as I'm aware, they are the biggest mortgage originator in the country. I think that they beat out Wells Fargo recently to take that title. Stock recently went public. I think the IPO price was $18. It had a nice run up, and now it's sitting around $20 a share. So over that IPO price, I believe over the initial trade price as well. I am long Rocket, ticker RKT Romeo Kilo Tango. The reason why I like this stock is because I think that there's a lot of room for them to expand to. And I don't know what exactly is on their roadmap, right? They haven't made it explicit, but it seems to me like it would make a whole ton of sense for them to get into additional products, additional lending products. So as an example, right? They do mortgages right now. Why shouldn't they be doing auto loans? Why shouldn't they be doing personal loans in a big way? They already have the infrastructure. I mean, it's like the most metric driven company that I've ever seen. They have the culture that they've learned how to scale sales teams. They've learned how to buy leads. They've learned how to get their own leads. I mean, they've got a great brand awareness. So that's why I think that stock is especially interesting. Ticker RKT. That's Rocket Companies. If anybody has thoughts on that one, especially if you've got a case against the stock, to throw it in the chat. I love to be either proved wrong or shown that there's another way to think about a stock. All right, and I apologize, guys. I want to bring Jason in on here. There we go. All right. Do we have him here yet? He's not here yet. So let's keep running through the chat and grabbing some more tickers. All right. Here's one that I don't know. Coming from Dapper Romeo. It's ticker VVPR. So it's Victor Papa Romeo. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. All right, we got it shared. I'm going to pull up my trusty Benzinga Pro as I always do. And let's take a look at this stock. I worked on our news desk for maybe 6 years or so here at Benzinga. So it's not often that I get a stock I don't recognize because we are covering everything always. And so let's take a look at this one. VVPR, Vivo Power. All right, so this stock is having a hell of a run. So what do they do? They're a solar power company. General infrastructure. All right, so let me give you my hot take on solar. Everybody right now is talking about solar stocks being hot into a Joe Biden presidency. It's everybody saying if Joe Biden wins the presidency, these stocks are going to be hot. My hot take is I disagree with that. I think this is a classic case of buy the rumor, sell the news. The information's already out there that it's likely going to be a Joe Biden presidency. These stocks have already been getting bid up. I think if he wins the presidency, maybe we see a day or 2 days of we get some exuberance, we get some energy behind the names. They think Joe Biden's going to support these companies. He's going to help them with infrastructure, throw money, credits, whatever it is their way. And I think that maybe is likely. But I would imagine that for the smart money and for the big names that are going to be taking big stakes in these companies, I'm talking 10, 20, 50, $100 million stakes. I would imagine that they're already in there, or they take a wait and see approach and they say, hey, let me hang on for a minute. Actually see some traction, see some money flowing into the space. And I see that we've got Jason here with us now. I'm going to bump him up to being a co-host with me. All right, Jason, can you see us? Can you hear us? We see your nice little Zoom name. We don't see you yet.
Can you see me?
We don't see you, but we hear you. So we're halfway there.
Well, that's not good. Aaron,
there we go. All right, we have you.
He does see me.
It looks like you're sitting in front of a big golf ball.
Aaron, I need that.
You've got a map in front of you. You're talking to somebody else.
Yeah, he's not handing me what I need. You brought what I asked, and now you won't give it to me. Okay. All right. Okay. He brought what I wanted, but he wouldn't give it to me.
If you want to go on a rant about it and get it out, I mean, let's do it. It's a public execution.
Come on, Aaron, come on. I can't see what I'm looking at though. Where's my Zoom? Oh, there it is. Hold on. Okay. This is Aaron. and I asked him for something, and then he like hides it from me, but then he brings it. I mean, like, what do you guys think? I don't even know. I got it now. I'm happy. But Aaron, say hi. Okay.
Hello,
Hello,
everyone.
he runs the show, and one day, he's going to be the host here too, because I'm going to do his job. He's going to do my job because, like some days this things don't even work and I don't know what to do. So I got to I think I want to switch jobs sometimes. Should we try that one day?
One day.
What do you think will happen? You think I'll fuck it up?
We'll see how it goes.
I think you would be a horrible IT person,
Yeah.
Jason.
Yeah.
Literally the worst of if we have a Benzinga staff of 110, I think probably literally the worst.
Luke thinks I'll be the worst IT person. If we have a staff of 110 at Benzinga right now, he thinks I'll literally be the worst. You could be right, Luke.
How old is your son? 8?
Pretty challenging.
My son is 9.
9? Okay, yeah. He would probably do a better job.
You think my son who's 9 years old would do a better job? Okay. You got another thing coming. We may have a job switch here for one day, okay? Or 2 days. All right. So, all right, Aaron, thank you. Aaron hooked it up. But I gotta log in. I gotta go to Benzinga YouTube. So I'm Googling Benzinga, or I'm on YouTube and I'm pulling it up. So if you may hear an echo for a second, I gotta get into the live thing so I can respond to people.
Yeah. No, we've got a super active chat today.
We do?
We do.
All right. I don't know why
I pitched Palantir too. You missed my Palantir pitch. It seems like the chat is generally bullish. We had a couple people who are already in the stock. We got a couple of people who like the idea.
Today
that was the first pitch of the day.
Well, today's a big day for me, right?
Yeah, it's Thursday. It's a big day for all of us. Thursday.
Yeah, but come on. Today is Tesla day. I was on the record yesterday saying that Tesla will be up today. I don't, and I really was, confident on that. And so, yeah, it's not up. By the way, we're going to get rid of that map there. We'll get rid of the map. The map is useless. Okay. But yeah.
I don't think anybody's complaining about the map.
No one's complaining about the map. Well, I'm complaining about the map. I think it's freaking in the way from what I don't know. Okay. If you guys don't mind the map, then let's go. Let's make some money. Thoughts on the map. Yeah. Ask about the map. But I'm just pissed off kind of guy. But today we're going to talk some real stocks. I'm going to open my account. Did you already show your account?
I didn't show it yet. I can pull it up too.
Oh, yeah. RKT, Alexander Bukowski. How do you know so much about RKT? You're right on the market, man. You got that story right, man. You are right. Feel free to ask me.
Wait, what did he say? I just did my RKT rant.
Oh, he said that people don't understand the story. But they already have Rocket Auto, Rocket Loans. They just need to communicate it more with more IG. I don't know what IG is. But they need to pivot to fintech, yeah.
Well, basically my thing is okay. They do a massive mortgage business right now, and it just makes so much sense that they could figure out the rest of the industries, right? Like they already know how to scale a sales team. They already know how to be super metrics driven, right? They already understand all of these products. Like I mean, it seems like they're the biggest mortgage lender. Why not also be the biggest auto lender? It seems like no reason for them not to go for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even just auto lending. I mean, they're not. I don't think they're doing that now, but they're actually, Rocket Auto is not auto lending. Did you think that was, or you were saying something else?
I'm saying I like the stock because it seems like they have so many businesses to get into, and not businesses that are a stretch, like businesses that are core to or that take advantage of their core competencies, what they're best at.
100%. And that,
like personal loans. I mean, there's so much money made in the personal loan industry.
100%. And what people don't realize is there's a million banks being started up because all you have to do is partner up with another bank and use their license. That's all you have to do. For starting a mortgage company and for getting in there and competing, it's very hard. There's a lot of licenses you have to get. There's a lot of licensure stuff. And so they are the ultimate fintech company. They do the hardest part of the process of financial transactions, but they also have an auto business where they're moving tons of cars and it's not valued by the street. So yeah, do I think it's undervalued? Yeah, I think RKT is undervalued. Yes, absolutely. But I want to talk about positives and negatives, Lukey. So here's, I know you have to run. Do you want to run now? I know you, or do you want to hear about some of my negatives?
Let's hear your negatives. I got another stock pitch too, but we don't have to.
Well, I gotta move tomorrow. This is camera. I can't see what you guys see. So I gotta, before you do your stock pitch, I gotta throw. Okay, what can you get? Can you see what do you see in the background of me guys right now?
All right. In the background of you, I see a map. I
Yep.
see a trash can.
All right. So that is my orange trash can. Can you see that clearly?
I see it clearly.
All right. I got my trash to throw out. I have a stock that I've been trashed on. It goes by the symbol of GAN. 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 As many of the listeners know who listen to Pre-Market Prep, I like to invest in the thing behind the thing. So Benzinga, we provide tools to other services. Twilio provides text messaging to other services. Asana is a backend. You name it. Datadog is a backend. RingCentral is a backend to a phone. I like to invest in the thing behind the thing. Slack, I was buying all the way from 35 to 17. Again, the thing behind the thing. Well, GAN is the thing behind the thing. It is, powers online gaming. It powers betting. Well, it is down to 15.25 right now. I am down on GAN. I'm embarrassed and I'm down on it, and I need to throw some of my trash out. This has been a trashy stock for me. And let's see, I need to throw 2. We need to throw 3. These are 3. If that orange basket gets full by the end of next week, that means I'm having a really bad week this week and next week. Well, right there, GAN has been a dog. It's been a bomb for me. I'm hanging on to the shares I have left. I have still a decent amount. I was dollar cost averaging, but right now I'm just sitting still. I think if online gambling grows, GAN will grow, but they need some new business development deals. They just changed investor relation firms. I actually told the Benzinga news desk to reach out to the CEO or the company to figure out why they changed firms. But
yeah, wait, I was about to say, why does that help them?
Oh, I didn't say that helped them, Lukey.
Okay.
I didn't say that at all, Lukey. I don't know what will help them. Maybe Marseille can pump them up. I don't know. But I see it. Stock hands, you're right. There's a guy on Twitter who I became friends with who knows the online gaming market really well, and he sold all his shares at 24, and I haven't dumped it yet. But earnings are October 28th. Wait, Luke, we can't hear you. Oh, no, that's delayed. And why is your name Neil Hamilton again, Luke? I don't get why you're trying to trick people. Like, why can't you just be who you are? Why do you want to be someone else? Like,
I'm worried that I'll get a lot of negative comments, and so they'll go to Neil's Twitter rather than mine.
And guys,
it makes sense, right?
Yes. And guys, if you like this at all, if you like it at all, even a smidgen, please hit the like button on the Benzinga YouTube and share this with your friends, because Luke told me we're not going to do this if we don't get at least 100 likes each time we do this right now. And then if we do this, we'll start doing fun things. Like we're going to put a camera, you can see Luke yell at me because he said I didn't get back to him on a Slack that he sent at 6 p.m. But Luke, you didn't send it this morning. You sent it yesterday and you gave me like 3 items. Yes, and I just sent it, but it didn't whatever. Luke's always right. I'm wrong. I didn't do it. Luke is like 3 people in one. So it's hard to live up to the expectation. So I'm sorry. You let me throw some trash away for my bad responsive time. Okay, bad response time. I missed. See, I missed. I can't respond. All right, Luke, give your stock pitch. They're tired of me ranting.
Cool. All right, here's another one. I'm pulling this one up because they had earnings today. The earnings fit the thesis, and so the idea is I own several of these small community bank stocks, and the reason why I own these stocks is because of the PPP loans. So when the government rolled out the PPP program, and just reminding everybody what that was, it was basically the government giving small businesses relief, and not always small businesses. There were a lot of big companies that got in trouble, but the government gave small businesses relief for COVID. And the way that these companies could go ahead and get this relief, and I mean it's a lot of money. I mean anywhere from hundreds of thousands to millions. I mean if it's a really small business, $10,000. But I mean there were tons and tons and tons and tons of companies who applied for this relief, right? And you had to go through a bank to get it. The money was coming from the government, but you had to apply through a bank. And these major banks that have millions and millions of customers, like the Chases and the Wells Fargos and those companies, had an amazingly difficult time managing the volume. And so a lot of businesses turned to community banks to do their PPP loans. So they go to these small banks that are able to accommodate more customers, right? They don't have 200,000 customers all applying for this thing at once and they can't get through it, right? They might have 15 customers applying for it or something along those lines. So the idea is the community banks got all of these new business banking clients to do the PPP loan. And I think it's likely that you know they'll retain some of those clients for other services, right? For debt, for business banking, etc. So that's a hypothesis on the community bank stocks. I own several of them. One that had earnings today, playing into the thesis. Old Republic International, ORI, is the ticker. Stock's up 7% today.
Yep. And I bought a community bank on your advice on that play as well. But I am out of that one now. It went up, and sometimes I just got to figure out what to sell. I'm on margin right now, and I'm on probably too big of margin, but I bought more Tesla yesterday at like 420 before earnings. So that put me on margin. I sold some of my Tesla that I bought yesterday at 420 or 418, I think I bought. But one that so we can stay on the community bank thing. I don't know if anyone responded back on that, but I was going to switch to another one. And Luke, if you have to go, don't worry.
Yep. I got to hop off, guys.
Oh, look at that. Heather Horning, Luke. It works at a community bank. It works at a credit union and made great income from the PPP loans.
There we go. I love that. That's what I want this show to be about, right? It not just us rambling on, but like this full ecosystem of information sharing. So Heather, thank you for dropping that in there.
Heather, if you have any other color of other community banks to buy, let us know, or join Benzinga Pro. You can email VIP accounts. They'll give you a discount, VIP accounts at benzinga.com, and we can share information there, because once we go off, we're back in the Benzinga Pro platform. You can ask for Jonathan Mallard, Mallard. All right, guys, let's hear it for Luke. He gave you an idea. He showed you what he's trading. Let's give a thumbs up if you enjoyed Luke, because Luke has to go and pay the bills.
And if you give me a thumbs down, that's okay too.
Yeah,
I'll suffer through it.
Yeah, come on. No.
All right, take care, guys.
Oh, here they are. Okay, cool.
You got to delay a little bit.
I know. And by the way, so you're leaving. Do I take over ownership of this, or how does this work?
You're taking over ownership.
All right. So I'll talk to you later.
All right, take care.
All right, guys, you're just stuck with me. You're just stuck with me right now. Yeah. So stock hands. Here's the thing, man. The PPP loans, yes, when they're over, but the issue is they have attracted a lot of new clients. So clients that they never would have talked to ever. So they have a lot of new assets that they got from this, and a lot of new clients that will now consider putting money with them, whereas they would just use a JP Morgan before, which JP Morgan is fine, but now community banks have another option. So that is that there's a lot of potential in the long-term asset accumulation. I mean, the assets gone up for community banks, went up 3x, 5x, that kind of thing. So it was a significant number that, so like, I still think that story's there, and I don't think it's all in the numbers today. I don't. So keep that, keep that in mind as a longer term play. Okay. So now let's go, and maybe I should bring a guest on. Maybe I should bring a guest on for you guys. Let me see, what guests, let me see what guests we would want to bring on right now. Who's you guys want a Tesla expert? Let me see if he wants to come live. I got a Tesla expert that could come live. Who is the man? He has 100,000 followers. Tesla. Let me see if he wants to come live. Want to come live right now on the show? Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, there'll be, guys, there will be another stimulus. No question. Want to come live now on one of our shows? 1 second, guys. And so, I mean, restaurants and other businesses have been really hurt by this industry, by the whole, COVID, et cetera. Okay, 1 second, on one of our shows. I know I'm not doing a good job. I'm not multitasking. I'm trying to get you guys a potential guest. All right. 1 more second and I'll be back with you. 1 more second. You guys want Gary Kaminsky? I can message him. But okay. So no, Marseille, I did not do the option trade on Tesla. I was close to doing it, and then I wimped out, and it turned out that it was good I didn't do it, because it wasn't a big enough move to really profit on that. Okay, but some of the bigger trades I've been making recently, I've been buying GB. I know. Wait, if I'm controlling, what am I showing? Am I showing my screen? What are you guys seeing? Let me go. Oh, we're just seeing this. Okay, I've been buying GBTC. I should share my screen so you guys see what I own. That's what I should do, right? Yeah. Hold on, guys. I'll be there. I'll be there in a second. We're going to share the screen. Okay. Hey, that's awesome. Okay, 3 dings for Aurora Gas. They bought an annual sub for Benzinga Pro. Whenever that happens, I put this tape on my head, and then I put water that has full water, and if it falls, it's going to fall on me. Because what you just bought, that's 3 dings for the guy and Nora Gox 10 who bought this. I have a roll of tape and a bottle of water. If it falls, I'm going to be drenched and break all this stuff. But I'm doing this because he bought an annual. Let's see what happens. Don't fall, water. Oh my God, it's going to fall. It's going to fall. I'm so scared right now. Yes, it didn't fall. All right. Now you want to share screen. Let me share the screen and see what we got. Okay, hold on. Hold on, home gamers. And then if there's any stocks you want me to get a chart guy on, let me know. I'll bring a chart guy on. Here we go. I'm sharing the screen. Yeah, GBTC. Yes, Jerry. If you want to buy, go to Coinbase or go to Voyager. Voyager is a partner of ours. Go to Voyager, buy some crypto. If you want to, not have that other fees at GBTC. I did it yesterday because I didn't want to open my Coinbase account. I haven't opened it up in a year and a half, and I just want to be surprised at what's in there. But I bought GBTC. Rocket, which is quick, and they own a majority of them. Heather, where are you located? What do you do for a living? Are you a full-time trader? Okay. Now I need some feedback from the group. Can you guys see my screen, or does it need to be zoomed in a little bit? What do you guys need? Like, is it big enough? Marseille, anyone? You guys just let me know, because I'm going to talk about the trades. Because guys, you can make money in the market. You got to like, people want to sell at the high and they want to buy at the low. I think that's impossible. I really personally think that's impossible. But listen, people are smarter than me. So you want charts, but okay, you can see my screen. All right. So Curaleaf, I told you guys last week and this week, I've been buying Curaleaf, CURLF. Wait, are you guys seeing my screen or no? Let me, your screen sharing. Yeah, I think you guys are seeing it. Raz, zoom it. See, see, I need to zoom in. That's what I thought. Let's zoom in a little more. Okay, is that good enough? Is that good? All right. Hey, please, if you think this is any good, or if we can get to that at least 100 likes, then we can start bringing on guests and stuff, and we'll do this show more often. But if we don't get to the 100 likes, then we don't get to do the show. So there you go. Please share it with your friends. But again, we can bring on whoever you want, from, I don't know, Mark Cuban to whoever. So just, you tell me what you guys want, but we need to get the 100 likes. And Brad Freeman didn't get back, so we're not going to have him, and Dirty Tesla and Ian Suffern didn't get back. All right, so I'm going to go through my portfolio real quick. So right now, the November 3rd election, and I'm going to say it again, I've been buying Curaleaf, CURLF, CURLF. All right, that is Curaleaf. I also been buying TerraSend. I know the management of both companies. TerraSend is TRSSF. I'm up 98% here. If you listen to our shows, like, I bought it at $3 the day he came on our show at the Benzinga Cannabis Hour, which is today. If you go to bzcannabis.com, you'll see it. But we bring CEOs of public companies on all the time. So TRSSF, I'm up 98%. Imagine if you put 40% of your portfolio and put it in TRSSF, how happy you'd be. That's another cannabis stock. That really is. And this is, and by the way, I know I'm not showing my whole portfolio with like the dollar, the price I paid. I guess I am, but I'm not showing what the dollar amounts are. I can do that, but I didn't know if that was like bad bragging or not bragging or whatever it is. I just made a screen that doesn't show all that. Okay. Just so you guys, for your, I guess, viewing like this way, I think this is just easier. So here are my, stocks for total gains, or this is, you want to see year-to-date gains. So here's like Zoom. I mean, I bought Zoom at 60. See, So John Galbraithson, there's one way to look at buying the dip and never selling, but it's hard because look at this, John. You would miss Twilio. So you would miss Twilio. It did fall during the Corona, but I'll tell you stocks that I've been saying nonstop. Okay, here are my stocks I've been saying nonstop. Zoom, ZM, I've been saying that nonstop. I don't know how else to say it to you guys. TAST, TAST, that's Carol's Restaurant Group. I don't like to be in all tech. I like to be a little bit diversified, even though I'm not, because you'll see my Tesla position is ridiculous. It's 36% of my portfolio, at least in this account. I have one other account, or I have a few accounts. We work with a lot of online brokerages, so I use several different accounts. That's just the way we do it. SPH, these are call options. We're up 258%. SPH is propane. My friend Chris Camillo gave this one to me. It's basically, I think restaurants need to have propane tanks. And so, to eat outside, you're going to buy more propane. Now, I haven't done all the research on it, so I don't know what the makeup is industrial versus retail, but I think SPH is a great one to own because the demand for propane is not going to cease right now. Unless there's a Corona vaccine tomorrow, and there isn't. So I don't get why more people don't own SPH. I think SPH should be at $25 right now. I just do. I did sell my other propane stock, which was UGI, but I still think that's a good stock. So keep that in mind if you're, out there in that land. All right. So Dunkin' Donuts, DNKN. I bought that because of my daughter, the Charlie. I'm seeing movers and shakers drinking Dunkin' and not just Starbucks. I'm going to own Dunkin'. Those are call options that I'm going to sell, but I'm going to own Dunkin' for a while. John Bronson, stop watching and go code the next version of Benzinga money. Just kidding. Enjoy. I don't know. Peloton. I bought Peloton from 48 to 20. I bought it up higher as well. It's been a winner for a lot of people. Wendy's bought in the March collapse, just has a dividend, and it's another restaurant play. Lithium is Corona. Twilio, I already told you guys. Amazon, 7% of the portfolio. Upwork, I've been talking about it nonstop because, people now don't necessarily need to work at companies. I mean, you can work at companies, but there's a lot of people contracting. So I think it's a lot of it more of an international play instead of a US play, where Upwork is going to benefit from companies hiring people overseas, which happened a lot. But now because everyone's remote, it's a global workforce out there. At Benzinga, I preach at Benzinga that I want, I guess the word is, another guy gave it to me, my friend, the StockTwits CEO, he was saying he wants craftsmen. Craftsmen are people that want to be the best at what they do. So back in the olden days, you had your cobbler who would, put shoes together and stuff. So I want to work with people that want to be not the best at who they can be, but to be the best at what they do. So if you're working on video, you should be the best. You should desire or strive to be the best at what you can be. Meaning, if you see someone's doing great stuff, go listen to podcasts, go watch on YouTube. I'm a Laravel developer, for example, but I don't know all the tools and tricks. So I should go on YouTube and watch it a little bit. So my point is, Upwork allows a person who's internationally in Italy, if they're really passionate about selling these little devices here, they can find a company or a job on Upwork. I think Upwork's revenue and earnings will explode over the next 18 months. So I bought call options and I bought the stock. So that one you'll see. Slack, you guys know the story. Del Taco, it got killed after earnings, but it's up. Don't worry about that one. Generac, GNRC, come on. I mean, generators, Generac, Corona, you don't want to be stuck at a hotel. People are buying generators. This has been a big gainer. I bought the call options and then I let one of the contracts convert to stock. So it's I guess a small percentage. I got to get better at my I never had this percentage of portfolio number here. I've never seen this before until today. It makes me think totally different. It makes me so upset though that right now that Zoom is only 3% of my portfolio. If that was 20%, shit, we'd all be rich, right? Money on Link. I don't know what you're talking about, John. Is that one I should know about? I don't know it. Okay, I got it now. Now here's the bad stuff, guys. Here's the bad stuff. Here's the ugly stuff. We're going to skip to ugly because I just talk about gainers. Again, look at these losers. Look at these losers. I mean, come on. How am I down 60% on lithium call options? I bought the wrong strike for December. Got to throw it in the garbage. Yes, I made it. Okay, come on. That's ridiculous. RKT, I own a lot of the regular stock in a different stock account. but I bought a call option for December this year. I was greedy. I was wrong, and you see what it's down. So these call options are basically playing the roulette wheel. I just want you guys to know, don't buy call options. Like, don't go big into call options. Look at the percentage of the portfolio that I have here. So you guys can get a dollar amount. So if you thought the portfolio was $100,000 or 50,000 or $1 million, you can get an idea of what the percentage of portfolio. So that's an important statistic to pay attention to. Uh-oh, Aaron's coming in here. I may be in trouble. Oh no, I'm not in trouble. He was just taking the fan. I don't know. Okay. So, oh, you're not too late. We can do it for a few minutes. 1 second. I'm going to send you a link. Hold on. Okay. This is my Tesla expert. All right. Hold on 1 second, guys. And if you're bored of Tesla, then you should just get off the channel now, because he's my Tesla expert. 1 second. I gotta do this right now. Hold on. Okay, guys. I'm boring you. I should start singing or something, right? Okay, here he goes. We're going to bring him in. All right. So, love the link in BTC, Cosmos too. All right. Well, I guess I'll look at link. We'll pull up link in a second. But so those are the, always do for our calls. Yes, Marseille, you're right. As the further you go out, the more it costs, right? And so it's one of these things. I mean, I bought Tesla calls, Marseille, 2.5 years ago. And it was my most expensive call purchase at the time, Marseille. I bought 2.5 years ago, the Tesla calls were a 2-year call. If I would have had them extend 2 more months at the time when I did it, I would have made $50,000. I lost $3,000 on the Tesla calls. That's just an example of the more money, the more you buy it out of the money, the better chance you have of success. If your conviction's right, like my Suburban Propane conviction will be right. And this GAN thing is driving me crazy, but this is like, here's my percentage of portfolios. I didn't realize I only had 3% of Zoom. I mean, like Marseille said, I'm not diversified. Ask me if my car is a Tesla. Even the kids know. I mean, you guys, Tesla's so far ahead of everyone else. You don't have any idea. It's all right. I'm going to get into my Tesla guy coming on right now. I got to see if he's here. Send him the link. He said, I'll be there in 1 second. Do we have any viewers on this thing still? I don't even know. I haven't checked. All right. Hey, if you're listening, tell your friends, share the link on your social media. I didn't share it on my social media. I should have. That would have been a smart thing to do. I guess I could now. Okay. All right. Just one little quick pause. I wish I had some music for you guys, but we're not set up that way. We're not set up that way yet. Oh, Raul wrote to me. Okay. But here, he's 1 sec, guys. I'm going to share on my social media. You guys are seeing like the behind the scenes stuff. Oh yeah. DPHC is popping right now. Are we going to make a trade here? Are we going to make a trade on it? Who's buying? Who's buying it right now? Let's go. Let's go. I want to see who's buying. Give me a link if you're buying. Let's go. Let's go. Live now, talking Tesla, etc. Okay. So if you're all right, I'm going to change the window here. We're going to roll. We're going to roll into this thing right now. Oh, my guy is here. I just haven't, I haven't made him, I haven't allowed him to talk or host. So I'm being a jerk. All right. Let me get him to a panelist. His name is Chris. Chris, do you have your video on? Can you turn video on or no? Does it allow you, Chris? Chris,
yeah. Hi, you hear me?
Yep, I hear you. Are you able to turn video on or no?
Yeah. I thought it was on. No, it says you disabled it, so I cannot.
I'm gonna make you a co-host.
Okay.
And then I think I can. Now try. There you go.
All right, cool.
All right. So what'd you think of Tesla's earnings yesterday? Did you listen to the conference call? What's your story? Give us a little update and I'll shut up.
Sure. Yeah, of course. Earnings were great. Another record. Not too surprised from people paying attention to Tesla. I think the biggest thing that the market is ignoring right now or just hasn't caught on yet is this full self-driving beta that's been released. Have you seen some of the videos and pictures?
I have recent ones or like from like a year
any
ago.
Of that?
I have not seen any recent ones.
Okay, so they released this like full self-driving, not what we have today, but the cars are literally, they're doing everything now. So 2 days ago, these cars could do stuff on the highway, to keep their lane, do some stop signs, stop lights. And it was cool, but it was like, okay, whatever. Well, now they're releasing this beta. Only a few people have it. Hopefully I'll have it soon. And the cars can do it all. It can make right and left turns at intersections. It's stopping for pedestrians and traffic. Excuse me. It's stopping at stop signs. It's doing roundabouts. I mean, it's here. It's actually here. And this is a lot of money. This is a lot of money that is potentially going to be flowing into Tesla. Now, biggest thing will be, of course, regulatory after this. But the thing is, the industry this whole time has been saying Tesla cannot do it with cameras. And maybe there's still some weaknesses there that we'll see. But it's insanely impressive what we have so far.
So you've seen it online. You've seen YouTube videos of it?
Mostly on Twitter. So normally Tesla does early access. And it's just a very small set of people, and they're not allowed to share. They have to keep it secret.
All right.
Well, for whatever. I mean,
All right.
I'm sure.
I'm buying more Tesla as we.
No, and so Tesla told these people this. No, you should buy. But I'm saying Tesla told these people, go ahead and share. When normally they say do not share this. They on purpose want people to share this. For liability and safety, they're keeping it to a very small group, but it's going to continue to roll out. So they're basically showing like, you don't need the LiDAR. You don't need it. We're doing it with cameras, and it's coming.
Wow. Okay. So, and how do you get it? Do you have FSD on your Model 3?
Yeah, I will get it eventually. So maybe I'll get it early. I'm hoping. I don't want to talk too much about it, but it'll be coming to everyone who owns it eventually. And then Elon said that they are raising the price of full self-driving from $8,000, and on Monday it's going to be going up to $10,000 because now you see the abilities, you see it's real, and they're hoping to have it wide release, so to everybody by end of the year. But the fact that it's on customer cars right now, even if it's only a small subset, that means it's soon. It's not going to be much longer than either a few weeks or a few months.
Got it. So that is definitely going to be something that will move the stock if it becomes that, powerful. I mean, for what you're saying is true. Yep. Did Elon say anything interesting? Like, was he a little crazy or anything interesting on the conference call?
No, it was pretty, it's like the company and him are maturing. So it was pretty subtle. Cybertruck, he talked about Cybertruck will be better than the reveal. And he was kind of talking about how a lot of these companies have their, their mock-ups, their concepts, and then they can't do everything they want. They have these big, huge dreams and goals, and then the real thing's never as good. And he's kind of saying Tesla does the opposite. They show you something, and then it's better at release. And we saw this with the Model 3. If you go back and watch the Model 3 presentation from 3 or 4 years ago, that car that they showed that they said is coming is way worse than what was actually released. And so we're probably going to see the same thing with Cybertruck. GM just had the Hummer EV, which, it's a Hummer and people like Hummers. And in that respect, it was fine. And it's not that the specs are bad if you just look at the Hummer, but when you compare it to the Cybertruck, what? You're kind of like, what is GM doing here? These specs are just not that good for the prices they're charging. It's extremely expensive.
Yeah, and that's the way I feel. So I just went in the Porsche Taycan, the electric Porsche.
Yes.
I was in a turbo one. It was extremely fast. There's no doubt. Yep. But I mean, this is a $200,000 car. So I feel the same exact way as you. It's not, now the bears on Tesla will tell you that, the other automakers are catching up. So that's what they'll tell you. They'll tell you the other automakers are catching up. I don't know what the real story is on this. It's
Tesla is in their own league. It's not even worth comparing them anymore because the comparison you just made, like the Model S to the Porsche Taycan, is the same comparison you can make Cybertruck versus this new Hummer EV. And, some people are saying, oh, don't compare them. Well, GM is calling it the world's first all-electric super truck. So they're calling it a truck. The Cybertruck is a truck. So they're begging for the comparison. And you're paying for that Hummer name. I mean, that's expensive. And same thing with Porsche. You pay a lot for people like Porsches, and they have great quality, and all that is there. But it's for these other companies, for GM and for Porsche, it's not worth comparing them because when you look at the specs, which a lot of these EV nerds look at, they're not typically car people. they're just so far off from each other. When you look at price, it's crazy.
Yeah. Now it is, and I'm switching subjects on you a little bit. Well, no,
Sure.
I'm not. I'm going to stay on Tesla. I was going to go to a Bitcoin thing. So
Okay.
my friend said to me on last week, this whole $10,000 upgrade or whatever it is.
Yep.
Tesla. So do you know the company Adobe?
Yep.
Several years ago, maybe 4 years ago, they switched from buying their software to being a SaaS model. At first, the stock took a big dip because SaaS was not in vogue then, and then it's risen like crazy. So you had the opportunity to be in Adobe and make a ton of money if you would have just taken that trend. My buddy was saying to me, Tesla needs to switch to a SaaS model. If they switch to a SaaS model for like FSD, could that be a better model for them than like the $10,000 upgrade type thing?
Well, subscriptions are coming, I guess. Elon has said they're gonna release them, and a lot of people are begging for them, especially as these prices increase. And he says that the better deal for the customer is to just buy it. Of course, normally you don't want to be paying perpetually for something. The other thing that was on the earnings call that relates to this is somebody asked a lot of Tesla owners, we pay all this money for full self-driving, and then when we get a new Tesla, it does not add much to the value, resale value. Full self-driving does not, the software, at least today. And then you have to buy another Tesla and repay for it. So there was the question, can we keep it and bring it to our next car, or maybe even pay a fee to upgrade? So I think it's coming eventually. I mean, the cars are like the Tesla vehicles are like computers. And so you're going to eventually, especially when the car really is driving itself, which is probably still a ways away where you're going to be sleeping or reading a book while the car's driving. But once it's here, it's coming. It's an eventuality. They're going to have an app store. They're going to have all this stuff that, you can be buying stuff right on the screen. You can be subscribing to whatever. So I do see full self-driving moving in that direction, because if the cars can really drive themselves and you get a robo-taxi type situation, I can't afford that. A normal person cannot afford that. Companies are buying, things like this. So it'll have to be a subscription or pay per use or something like that.
Yep. One thing I was right on Tesla was battery day. I knew that the market was going to sell off on it. Like I was so confident and I did some shorts because people were saying, oh, they're going to introduce a 1,000,000 hour battery, or they're going to have a battery that goes 600 miles. Tesla can't do that. They can't introduce a battery right now that goes 600 miles. Okay, they can on a more expensive thing, but it would kill the resale value. Every year, Tesla's battery increases like 10 to 20%. But if they all of a sudden went up to 600 miles, 800 miles, it would kill the residuals and all the other leases and all that stuff. Do you agree with that?
Yes. Yeah, I do.
So yeah, that was one of the takes on, I had it. If then you guys have any, go ahead. What are you going to say?
The last thing I'll say is that talk was a little too technical. I mean, it was hard to follow unless you're a chemistry expert or a battery researcher. Some of the figures were great, 56% price reduction and all that. But when they're talking about the chemistries, normal people and analysts, and you could tell by some of the questions on the call, they're not going to follow that stuff. And so once it finally materializes and you get these cars delivered with these amazing batteries with crazy range, that's when it'll start to, reflect.
Yep, I gotcha. If you guys have any 100%. If any of you guys have any questions for the Dirty Tesla, the Tesla guru, you can see his articles on Benzinga EV. His author is Benzinga EV Insights on Benzinga, and his name is Chris, and he's on here right now. And yes, Chris, I'm being asked who you were. Yep, Chris started a popular YouTube channel called Dirty. Am I allowed to say all this, or am I cool with that?
Go ahead, go for it.
Okay, he started a YouTube channel on Tesla. It probably has like around 40,000 followers now. I met him through one of the Tesla, what are they, Rangers that came to my house one time.
Mobile service. Yep.
Yeah, mobile service told me about, hey, you gotta meet this guy. So I reached out. He lives in Michigan. And, he knows Tesla backwards and forwards. So this is another, and you have a Model 3, correct?
Yep. Model 3.
Yep. And, so when I'm hosting a show, which I'm not used to, I forget to like give the intro, like who people are. I always get so mad when like people who host stuff don't say that. So Brent or Slav about to do, thank you for asking. Chris's Twitter is Dirty Tesla. Is that correct, Chris?
That's correct. Yep.
Yep, Dirty Tesla. I don't know why it's Dirty Tesla. Is it because you live on a dirt road or something?
That's why. Yeah, my car's always filthy, and when you make videos or have pictures, oh my gosh, how could you have a Tesla and it's filthy? So I figure I'll just take it off at the head. than people can expect it.
Chris, any word on when we'll see integrated batteries in the U.S.?
Can you say that one more time? You cut out. Sorry.
They said, right, cut out. Okay. Any word on when we'll see integrated batteries in the U.S.? I'm not sure what they're referring to though. You know?
So right now Tesla has a skateboard architecture, which it's so funny because they kind of pioneered that, and now you see Lucid and GM and everybody using it. Tesla's moving on from this skateboard architecture, and this was also mentioned on the call. Elon said this will be happening over the next few years. It's not like they're going to flip a switch, but the batteries are going to begin being integrated into the structure of the car. And so they're asking. It looks like Gigafactory Berlin, which should start production in early next year, is going to do that. And this saves on weight. It makes the car safer. It makes the energy, you can fit more battery in the same amount of space. And so Berlin's going to do that, but of course that takes a lot of retooling and things. So Gigafactory Austin, which also should be starting production next year, like middle of next year, I would guess, will probably be doing that. And I think my total guess is once Austin is up and really pumping vehicles out, they may start to slow down Fremont a little bit, their main factory right now in California. They can retool there to get that structural battery pack up and running.
Got it. Okay. I hope that answers your question. Yeah, hit the like button. We want to get some more likes. So Chris, if you guys want to see Chris's content, I'm gonna put a link in the chat. It is Benzinga. You can read him. He has great content. We actually have an EV section. Actually, I'm going to just go to Benzinga electric vehicles because that section is working, right? Is that what you're going to say, Chris?
No, yeah, do that. That's great. And I got to head out.
Yep. So thank you, man. Thanks for calling in. I know you're manning a lot of things. So thank you. Here we go. Electric vehicles. Thank you for calling in, and we will be in touch soon, buddy.
Awesome. Thanks for inviting me. It was fun. Have fun, everybody. See you later.
Yep. Thanks. Yep. Bye-bye. So that's Chris from Dirty Tesla. He's the man. He's a guy that you can read on here. He knows his stuff, and hopefully he added some value for you guys on this thing. Okay, so, and I put the link to the electric vehicles page on Benzinga, so you can see all of Elon Musk tweets. You can sign up for Chris's newsletter, so don't miss your daily EV Insights newsletter. This is electric vehicle section. It covers all the stocks. I guess there's some formatting issues on the top of the page. I'll have to get that fixed. You can see the content. If you think there's a better page that you'd want to see or more stuff on this page, let us know. But here's all your electric vehicle consumption that you need. Everything about lithium stocks. We should have the show live on here, but we don't. All right. So I know we're at 1 o'clock and should be ending now. Are there any last minute? Audio Pro Audio 2 to do this properly. You need Pro Audio 2 to do this properly. Grain of salt, what are you saying? Are you saying the Benzinga Pro audio, or you don't like my audio? Please tell me. And I showed you the accounts. We saw that. Again, check out Benzinga Pro if you want to chat with the news desk or chat with us. We have chat rooms. Slava Badadu, stop by. I really appreciate the support of the channel. Raz, is GBTC better than Coinbase? I think buying Bitcoin and Coinbase is a good option, or Voyager. That Voyager, again, is run by Steve Ehrlich, a friend of ours. So I think either one of those is a decent option. But it's hard to say what's better. There's the Coin Collector can give you more information. I'm not a Bitcoin expert. I follow trends and I follow things. So I buy it. Everyone's talking about Bitcoin right now. You guys know, if Bitcoin doesn't go up in the next 2 weeks by another 5%, I'll be shocked. Everyone's talking about it. And then it's going to get spread even more. PayPal, Square, this is to me the same kind of trade that I'm doing with Suburban Propane, SPH. People are going to talk about outside, they need propane. Now CNBC is covering it. It's the same thing I do with GAN, the thing behind the thing. This is the same thing that we're talking about Bitcoin. Everyone's doing it. It's when you're in school and all the kids were doing something and then you wanted to do it. It's kind of like that. That's what happened with Peloton. And then what happens is these trades get crowded. And when they get crowded, then they start to sell off. Arguably Peloton went up a lot recently. The same thing here with Zoom, went up a lot recently. So those are things that you gotta be careful on. And just understand that can be crowded trades. I like Crocs. I have 3 pairs of Crocs. People make fun of me. I don't know what to tell you. So Coinbase is easy, you know, and that's it. Jason is good. Joel and these guys sound like tin cans. Oh, you're saying the morning show. Okay. Thank you, Grain of Salt. We'll try to improve it. We're all a team. Jason Lone won in this with the decent audio. All right. Well, by the way, Grain of Salt, you have seen nothing yet. This is a makeshift thing. Have you seen my garbage can for all my shitty trades? Because that's what that is. I mean, I own GAN, guys. Look at that. Look how disgusting that looks. Do you guys see that? Down 12%. Again, it's never as easy as it sounds. I mean, when the market goes down, we all look like, you know, I mean, I have some hedges in place, but GAN is just not doing it. And there's a guy that knows the market really well who's told me to get out, and I didn't, and I'm still in it, and I'm not diversified. So we got to work on that. I mean, I have some other stocks like Google that are not in this portfolio, and Apple. I also bought I bought 2 days ago. That's Unity. It's a gaming platform. It's kind of like Autodesk. If you think about it for gamers, I think long-term is going to be a huge winner. I'm going to own for a long time. I'm going to up my 1.40% position in the stock. I also own HubSpot. I've owned that since $60. It's not in this account. It's in another account, but this is my main trade account. And you know, so Heather, should we do this show daily or should we do it like every other day? What do you think? And it's not really, I guess, a show. It's just like talking. I mean, I'll bring Brent on or what have you. But Brent says I talk too fast sometimes. He criticizes me. Anyway, yeah, press 1 if you want us to bring the show on daily. Press 2 if we should just like do it like a couple days a week. You know, just tell us. Grain of Salt. Yeah, I mean, I'll look into their audio. I don't know why they have bad audio. I'm with you. Okay, so 1, if we should continue to do the show daily. 2, if a couple times a week. Moderna just finished COVID vaccine, 30,000 birds. I feel it's great news for us all. Yeah, that's great. Daily, we got a lot of dailies. Okay, but Chris D, we only have 142 people watching now. We need some more people. We share this with your friends. I mean, I'll keep going. Now the question, like, do you want me to hear? Like, I have a phone call I'm supposed to make. You know, what is this? Anyway, I could keep it on when I do like business calls for Benzinga. But I don't think you guys want to hear business calls for Benzinga. But if you do, let us know. I mean, Aaron Thomas, it's up to him to decide what to do. I mean, I could go out there. I got to go yell at something, and you guys could hear like a little, you know, arguing maybe, and it could be fun. Grain of salt. Okay, we got it, man. Enough of the negativity. Let's go. Let's be positive. Swing trade show sounds good. Hey, if any of you guys want to come in on the show and like come in and give your trades or do a swing thing, just, you know, follow me on Twitter and DM me. Okay. It's at Jason Raznick or jason@benzinga.com. So DM me if you want to get your, you know, want to come on the show or help do a show. I don't know. The next thing is, if you don't have any Benzinga, okay, Samuel Brown, I love it. Thank you. Then one last request. Yeah, Ahmad, I agree, but some people won't. But the one thing I want to say, if you guys want a Benzinga Detroit t-shirt, which I'm wearing pink for you guys today. I wanted to show you my pink side. But if you guys want a Benzinga Detroit t-shirt and you have an online brokerage account, send them an email saying, we love to see more Benzinga content, and then shoot me an email to jason@benzinga.com with a screenshot of that, your address and t-shirt size, and our person, Stacy, will send you out a t-shirt momentarily. Okay. I don't have any other stock trades right now. I'm staying in that SPH big time. I'm surprised it's only 4%. It's just that Tesla has become such a big portfolio thing. So I didn't really sell it when it went up. That's the thing. So Apple's big, HubSpot is big, Google's big, but it's not in this account. I guess I need to put all the stuff in one account so you guys can see it all, because I'm telling you, like, there's ways to make money in the market and dollar cost average and then sell. Oh, here he goes. Aaron comes in big. Aaron, not me and Aaron were fighting in the beginning of this show. And now Aaron and I are not fighting. This is the t-shirt that Aaron just brought in. Thank you, Aaron. So if you want one of these, send an email to your brokerage. Say, we'd love to see more Benzinga content on your platform, or we'd love to see it at all. If you have Robinhood, you know, anyone, public, I don't know, Ameritrade, whoever, please let them know. And yes, no, you know, go into pro, but they're saying there's a little bit of short squeeze in it, but I don't know. I got to go study it. And thank you, Arfan. You know, I'm going to do that water bottle thing on my head again. When anyone says something nice about Benzinga Pro, I put a water bottle. If it falls, it's going to be water all over me. Let's see. I'll do it longer this time. All right. I've been talking way too long, and I haven't been giving enough stock picks. Oh, another one I like to own. Oh, shit. It fell. I got water all over here. Oh, shoot. See the water dripping? Okay. I just ruined good paper. Anyway, I wanted to say another stock that I own, ADC, Agri Development Company. It's a REIT. It's a REIT. It's diversified. It's up 100%, but it's on my stock, but it's a nice dividend. It's a nice dividend. I like dividends. I don't want to just trade up. You guys, if you just look for big, quick gains, you'll surely get them and get hurt, you know, over time. Get some dividends, get some cash coming in. You know, don't stress. Don't stress at night. You know, like sleep tight. Be a craftsman at whatever you do. Be the best at whatever you can be. I mean, yes, enjoy life, but also be a badass in whatever you're building or working on. Like that's what life's about. And challenges over. I mean, we started this thing in 2010. Really, in 2015 or 16 is when we really started getting going. But like the amount of anxiety I had when I started the company in 2010, I'd wake up at 3 a.m, like, and I couldn't sleep, and you know, my heart was beating out of my chest. And you surround yourself with great people, but also you know, you can only control what you can in the present. And so I hate to see people leverage and go all in on one thing, you know, without some protection in terms of like a stock. So just be careful out there, but there's good positions. I mean, look at my stocks here. Like I love them. VSTO got like ammunition, like this whole thing with the election. These are stocks that I love. GAN is my only, that's why the garbage can, guys, if we can get a zoom on that garbage can, here we go. When this thing fills up, that means I've had a bad trading week, but half of those are all for my GAN crappy trade, you know? And then last thing, here's our Benzinga core values. They made it into a bowl. Like we had a contest who would design this core values thing. And these are the Benzinga core values. Wait, is my stock account still? Okay, I got to stop sharing. You can barely see me. So the Benzinga core values, we had a contest, you know, for designing it. And this is kind of cool. But the garbage can hopefully is not get full. And we call it a day. Oh, and by the way, last thing. I don't know if you guys read books. I don't know if you read books, but this book right here, is the most profitable book I've ever read. I almost sold my Tesla position 3 years ago when it was like up like 50%. Because I read this book, this biography on Elon Musk by Ashley Vance, I kept Tesla. You read 3 of the chapters about how he was getting rockets to space. Elon Musk was the easiest person to bet on in the world. The easiest person to bet on in the world. You read this book. If you read this book, there's no way you don't bet on Elon Musk. My only mistake was this, guys. I didn't bet on him bigger because I read this book. The stories about getting the rockets up in space when NASA and no one would let him launch rockets, any place that we could launch rockets, they said no. That's like you trying to start a website and every web host saying you can't start a website. So then you have to create your own web host. That's what Elon Musk had to go through. And then on top of that, he got his rockets to go up in the air and land in the same spot. For all of history, rockets went up in the air and they got thrown away and you wasted $35 million or you lost it. He saved it. And the way the story goes and like the hail and the weather, hail, like, you know, raining and ice and what he was able to pull off. And I read this book when they just had the Model S first come out. That made me stay in Tesla. So that's my story. Sticking to it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Have a nice day. some guy named Freedy just emailed me. Yeah, if you have feedback, jason@benzinga.com. We'll get the headsets for the other guys. I don't think you're giving me negative stuff. Like like we're always just trying to get better in life, everyone. So, Josh B, if I'm Ray Dog or Raz Dog, I don't know. I'm in Bitcoin and I believe it'll go up. Yes, the answer is yes and yes. So thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully we'll do this tomorrow, but I don't know. We got a lot of work to do at Benzinga. If you are interested in Benzinga, go to benzinga.com, sign up for our newsletters, go to pro.benzinga.com, or if you have any questions, email vipaccounts@benzinga.com. Thank you, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.